together, fold waistband along fold line, stitch ends, and trim.
Okay, so there's
Right
staying
sides
to stitch
together.
ends, which is freaking me out because that's not enough instruction, so I'm going to give you the rest. First thing we're going to do is cut the zipper off. Now we may cut the zipper because we've made a safety for it. It's sewn. So you can't, if you hadn't sewn it all the way to the end, the zipper pull would just keep going. It'd end up in my hand. Okay, so now we've got that. All right, so we have two different types of ends. If you notice, one end fits closely. It stops 5/8 past the end. See? There, now you can see it. The other end stops like 1.5 inches or 2 inches past the end. So this is going to be the tab side. This is going to be the flush side. So all we do on the flush side, remember we marked, see where we marked the fold line? We pull that down. And we're going to put the needle, let me show you where, right here. See? See how it's right there in that little corner, and then we're going to sew forward from that point, okay? So I'll put the needle right there, make a knot, sew it to the end, knot it again, and now we've sewn the end. So what we're going to do now, what do we have to do to a corner?
Trim,
Clip the corner.
Flip it.
Now do we do with something that turns back on itself? Grade it.
Grade.
Grading, yeah.
We're going to grade that. Now we turn this. We take a
Or shish kebab.
turning stick,
Mhm.
point turner, poke that out, remember?
Oops, I didn't record.
There. So now that's how that end looks. See how that looks?
Yes.
Oh my god,
Pin it down.
I'm so excited.
Isn't it beautiful? Now we have to make the tab end, which is a little more complicated. So again, we fold it directly on the line, but watch this. I'm now going to open this. Let's pin this. We folded it on the tick mark, open this, and now that we've pressed it, we've got a line to sew on. So I'm going to sew 5/8 of an inch always. I'm going to bring it down to here, and I'm going to put the needle down in that crease. See the crease there? Turn this way, and I'm going to sew up to this stitching in the crease. Okay? Do you see what I sewed? Now this is where it's hard because I have to use the right color thread, so you can't see it as well. Do you see that? All right, so again, what do I do to an outside corner?
Clip.
Clip it. I got to clip this one. Grade. Now this side, to grade, I'm going to have to push it up to there like that and then grade it. Okay? So now I have to push this. I'm going to use the blunt end until I get to corners. And now push it, and see how I made a tab. Wow.
That's a baby.
Okay, see that?
Yes.
So now the fold line is in between. So what my goal is now, as I fold this, and I want this to come down like that, as I fold this, I want to make sure that it stays the same side all the way down. So I'm trying to make, the thing is if it starts getting fat and getting skinny, it looks made.
Handmade, not
Not homemade.
not
homemade.
Yes, it'll start looking homemade, not handmade.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. And when I'm in doubt, check it. Okay, that's good. Measure it. Okay, keep going. I'm pinning it down, but I'm not just randomly pinning it. I'm trying to make sure that it stays a consistent height all the way down, okay? Now, I'm going to teach you something called stitch in the ditch, okay? Stitch in the ditch. I've got it all pinned. I've got this where I want it. I am now going to sew, and let me show you with a pin, right in that crease, okay? I'm going to put the machine there and put the needle down. I do not want to sew on the waistband. I want to be in that little ditch. Now I'm up on the waistband. Keep an eye and keep it close. I'm sewing in the stitch, the seam line at the waistband. And this finishes off . And I ended up back on the waistband again accidentally. I'm sorry?
Do you have to press it afterwards, please?
Yeah, you press everything, always, every time. And I get to the end, knot it, and now you can see it's sewn down, and that's what it looks like on the inside, the finished edge. And this is what it looks like on the outside. You shouldn't be able to really see that stitching. Okay.
What are the label?
Okay, I can stick a label in now, since we have a moment. I need a care label though.
Yeah, I have one.
Okay. So you'll each get a label like this, and this is so that you identify your garments as something that you've made, but also so it looks manufactured. And the way we're gonna put this in, thank you. Oh, good, we'll use that. That's a care label that tells the person who buys the garment how to care for it. Pull this back like this. Stick the label here. This is on one of the back pieces. And then you want to sew it straight. Do I not have thread? Oh, it unthreaded itself.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate it too.
So sew the label under the serge?
You sew it under the serging on the waistband. But you don't let it cross over. It's just the very top line, okay?
Oh,
Okay, it's not in the...
Pause.
Nope. There. Whenever you hear that sound, it's not in that arm there. Okay. And we're going to go back and start it over. There. Get that there. So I got that on. Now I'm going to take the care label.
It doesn't matter how close they are.
No, I like them close. Labels should be together. Sometimes I'll hang this label off of that one. But there's the label. Well, these are soft, but I bought them so that you all have pride in your work.
Thank you.
Okay, so now let's look how this looks and see. This one will go underneath like that. That will go across. We'll put the hook and eye in, and we'll hem it next week, okay?
Okay.
Hook and eye hem, and it's done.
May we see the whole?
Yes, and I
results?
will leave this in the classroom as your sample, but please be careful, it's white. Okay, so make sure you don't have food on your hands and your hands are clean. I'm just gonna put it up on the bulletin board, okay? So when the 4 of you are in here, this is for you to use as an example, okay? We're done.
All right, but the
Pardon?
rec.
What are we gonna do about interfacing?
It's coming, it'll be here like tomorrow.